when 6ix9ine shot into the limelight with songs like Trolls and Fifi, which have more than 1 billion views on YouTube, he wasted no time in acquiring flashy, luxury items. You see, the rap world is one of expensive jewelry and a lot of show-offs, so it was inevitable that he would want to live up to that lavish lifestyle. And the Puerto Rican rapper sure knew how to go all the way, even displaying his possessions in his colorful music videos. Now that he's back on house arrest, he just can't do things the same way anymore. Let's look at some of his most expensive possessions that have been stolen or are at risk of being stolen by daredevils. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything we post. Car collection. When he made his breakout internet hit with Ohio artist Trippie Redd in April 2017, 6ix9ine wasted no time in putting together his car collection. No matter how much you hate this rapper, we just have to admit that he has put his fame and fortune into good use with his insane car collection. Most of us know the Tekashi 6ix9ine story. He took a deal for a shorter prison sentence in exchange for snitching on his gang. As you can well imagine, he can't go back to his car collection or drive the cars around anytime soon. He's also living in a secret location, and showing off his expensive cars could put him in some big trouble. Nobody likes snitches, so we could say he has had his freedom stolen from him. But being a proud rapper, 6ix9ine still feels the need to show off his cars to people he considers his haters, like Rich the Kid, whom he's in a competition with on who has the most expensive cars. But let's talk about this car collection. Starting with the Rolls Royce, valued at more than $300,000, and this is not the most expensive in the set. The rapper also has a $500,000 Lamborghini Aventador, a Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and a McLaren. A simple calculation would give you a car collection worth more than $1 million. For a 24-year-old, we'll admit that he's sitting on quite an impressive collection of vehicles. On several occasions, 6ix9ine had his location leaked unintentionally while trying to take delivery of his vehicles. This made him move to another house, where he still continues to show off his new fleet of whips on his social media page. The rapper proudly said that none of the vehicles were rented, and said other rappers could rent them for their music videos. Generous? Well, let's take you back to 2018, when Tekashi had a little more freedom and was in Dubai. If you know Dubai well, you would know that seeing a car on the street worth more than $800,000 is no big deal. You would have to work hard to outdo the locals at the expensive car game. So, when 6ix9ine posted a picture of him driving what could possibly be the most colorful Ferrari 458 ever, everyone assumed this rainbow-colored car was his. It did create quite a lot of buzz, especially as that was a lot of pimp for a $250,000 Ferrari. Still, it turned out that it belonged to a Dubai YouTuber, and 6ix9ine came back home to outdo this crazy car. Do you think he succeeded? Up next is My Little Pony chain. When Tekashi was released from a New York jail in 2018, he decided to celebrate his release with a haircut. But this wasn't just any haircut. It also led to an expensive icy chain. The rapper took some of his rainbow locks and added them to his new My Little Pony chain. Of course, it was Jim Boy who handled this, and he did a clean job as usual. But you would have to take a deep breath when you realize that this little chain cost 6ix9ine a whopping $750,000. It's an incredibly rare chain, and Tekashi is not the type to hold back when spending his money on jewelry. Up next is luxury watch collection. All you have to do is take a look at the wrists of most hip-hop and rap artists, and you'll realize that a lot of them consider luxury watches a big deal. True, most of them wouldn't go for the mechanical watches with technology that's getting more complicated by the second, but thankfully there are high-end mechanical watches that have retained their traditional craft like Rolex and Patek Philippe. So, naturally, these rappers are drifting towards this type of insanely expensive yet fascinating luxury watches. And 6ix9ine is not left behind, given the need to display watches as a kind of personal accomplishment or wealth. It's not surprising that the rapper owns some really special pieces. Special and way above many people's account balances. The American rapper owns a $90,000 Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, and this full diamond set 18-karat gold watch is enough to have you stop and stare. And that's until you get a glimpse of the Patek Philippe Nautilus valued at $110,000. $7,000. The crazy thing about this is that 6ix9ine usually wears these expensive watches at the same time. Up next is, however, while he was in prison, he definitely couldn't wear the watches for a while. This didn't stop Tekashi from sending Jade, his girlfriend, a diamond-studded watch for her 22nd birthday. While he couldn't be there physically for the celebration in New York City, 6ix9ine made up for it with a 41mm Rolex valued at $35,000. Now this wasn't just any Rolex, but he had it customized with 24 carats of VS diamonds and 18 carats of white and rose gold. He's quite the big spender, isn't he? We also caught a glimpse of another luxury watch in his collection. If you take a while to study his wrists on the Fifi video clip, you would be able to spot the $16,000 Rolex Diamond Presidential Red dial. Up next is the Jigsaw Chain. Here's a former member of 6ix9ine's jewelry collection that he unfortunately lost while on a trip. The rapper went all out with a brand new head of Jigsaw Chain that cost him a cool $300,000. This chain was inspired by the movie franchise Saw, except this one was covered in shiny diamond pieces. Not so long after getting this piece, 6ix9ine announced that he had left his super expensive chain in the back seat of an Uber and just discovered it after waking up from his flight. The rapper said he would love it if anyone could find it and return the chain to him. But of course, he's still waiting for it to be returned. We know that's not happening. So, up next is diamond encrusted inhaler. Some people may say that money can't buy life, but at least it can buy you a fancy, flashy way to get through a tough health condition. 6ix9ine got himself a pretty icy inhaler, which he uses for his asthma. When we first got a glimpse of this in a few social media videos the rapper did with 50 Cent a few years ago, we thought it was all an act. In the videos, Tekashi was pretending to be a student who had asthma and was struggling with sports. Then, 50 Cent gave him a breathtaking diamond-encrusted inhaler with a gold necklace. That was all an act, but the diamond-encrusted inhaler was really his. It was designed by celebrity jeweler Jimmy Boy, and you can tell that it's worth thousands of dollars. Up next, fashion items. If you had $50,000 right now, you would probably use it to pay off some of your student loans or never have to worry about rent for a few years. For Tekashi, that's just less than 10 minutes in a Gucci store. Being a really successful artist, 6ix9ine has a lot of money, and he's not afraid to spend it. So, when he landed in Dubai, his next step was the Gucci store, where he bought clothing, sneakers, leather goods, and a ton of accessories. The rapper probably didn't feel a thing either, as he spent all that money on fashion items. Just a regular day in the life of the rich and the famous. Up next, $1 million New York property. Just after 6ix9ine left prison, he found a modest 4-bedroom house on Long Island, which the rapper thought would be perfect for his new secret life. With a large balcony for splashing wads of cash and enjoying the sun, it's no surprise that this property is worth quite a lot. Since this property was built in 1971, the rapper had to give the $500,000 home a super makeover. By the time he was done adding an outside area with a large pool, updating the bathrooms, fixing an open floor plan and new hardwood floors, the worth of this beautiful property had gone up to about $1.5 million. For its hefty price tag, this was a cool buy. Up next, gold teeth. Do you want to have a smile on the rocks like 6ix9ine? Then get ready to shell out more than $40,000 because they don't come cheap. Many rappers make it a rite of passage to have gold teeth and spend quite a lot on these grills. It's a way of saying, look, I made it, and my money can prove it to you. Gold definitely doesn't come cheap. While most rappers would go for all gold teeth or mostly silver, 6ix9ine took it a step further by fixing a multicolor grill. He got celebrity jeweler Jimmy Boy to make a rainbow piece with different color enamel out of 14-karat white gold. How much did this cost? A whopping $5,000. But he didn't stop there. The rapper decided it was time for another pair. This time a grill in a special honeycomb setting with 585 diamonds and 18-karat white gold. By the time he was done with the smile on the rocks, his account balance was $45,000 lighter. Up next is rainbow hair. Have you ever wondered how much it cost for 6ix9ine to get a signature look? You're about to find out. The rapper went all out to make sure his hair was the perfect shade of the rainbow. By going all out, we mean paying thousands of dollars to achieve this signature look. Well, only the super rich can afford to drop about $15,000 on a haircut every time he wants to refresh the look. But then it's his his money, and that's what 6ix9ine chose to do with it. Up next is jewelry collection robbery. In one of the most insane robbery incidents that 6ix9ine had ever been involved in, he lost more than $500,000 worth of jewelry. You could say the rapper loves to spend a lot of time in different bling shops, and that resulted in a massive collection. 6ix9ine got himself a shark-themed piece for Nemo, a famous Pixar animation movie. The animal's face was covered in thousands of dazzling diamonds, which was honestly really eye-catching. And of course, this sea-themed chain was super expensive, setting him back by a hefty $750,000. But the rapper wanted more, so he spent about $150,000 on a 6ix9ine chain and bought an iced-out pendant of Billy the Puppet. He also has a tattoo of this. Soon, trouble came knocking when his expensive jewelry collection caught the attention of robbers. He lost most of his collection and spent a while in the hospital. And there you have it. These are some of the insanely expensive items that 6ix9ine owns, and a few of them that got stolen. What do you think about the rapper's current legal battles? Let me know in the comments. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.